right? You're walking around, right? You're walking right now in a biological video game that utilizes environmental triggers to program your senses. Right? How do you know you're standing? Because you can feel yourself standing, right?
Yes.
Right. That program is going from your feet up your legs into your brain, saying, "I'm walking."
Yeah, and it's tickling my nose hairs too, and my ear hairs, and it's telling where gravity is.
Right. It's doing all kinds of things.
It's a lot of terabytes.
Right. I mean, it's allowing you to utilize oxygen from your lungs. Your heart is beating. You're creating cells. I mean,
and all of these little things are just strings vibrating, and then they're manifesting these little packets of information, which allow us to do all these cool things. We don't even have to fucking think about. I shouldn't say fuck, but we don't have to think about. It's pretty crazy.
Now we're getting somewhere. What we know about the human body today, right, for environmental triggers, we can encode our children with predictive programming for cellular regeneration, being cancer-free. I mean, we can just, and we don't have to do anything special. We don't have to have some kind of special surgery. It's just how we raise them. Like, look, do this, and this. You know what I mean?
Ketosis can modify your genetics. It's literally CRISPR.
Yeah, now you're getting somewhere. The problem is it's free. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Making all these smart people is free. I don't like it. I do not like it.
It's crazy. It's crazy that we are literally like, we have infinite energy from the Earth's global electric circuit that we don't use, and we have infinite energy within our own cells in the form of ketones, which we also don't use. I mean, the majority of the public doesn't really use. It's just interesting that we have that, and it's like greed. Like you were talking about earlier this morning, greed is what's stopping us from evolving.
Yeah. It's so interesting.
What do you think about logarithmic pressures? Like these, like the body of light is creating a pattern, it's creating a logarithmic sequence, and it's beaming down information.
Now we get something.
And I'm like, do you think that and that's what I was talking about with the golden ratio, and that logarithmic sequence is the 5 senses, among other things. And then I got thinking about what other like God codes are there hidden in the light, hidden in the sequences. That's what I'm thinking about.
Now you're getting something.
I feel like you know something.
Now here's the crazy part is how you're looking at it. You're going, I wonder what else is in that God code. But that's a whole screwed up perspective given to you by some very ignorant people. It's not what else is in there. You go, oh my God, everything else is in there, in that code.
That's true. You're right.
It's not what else. It's everything. Now,
everything else.
Now I'm going to help you understand this. In this code of light, right? Things that are going to be invented 5 years from now, things that don't exist right now. They're not even dreams right now. Things that people can't even dream of right now that will be invented 10 years, 20 years, 1,000 years in the future. Oh, the code only exists in the light. You see what I'm saying?
Because the past makes the future, and the future makes the past, so it's already there.
Yes. See what I'm saying? Now that's what.
Yeah, you're right.
It's not.
What else does it have?
It's like everything else is there.
It has everything.
It has. There you go. It has everything.
It's time to study.
Yes. It has.
Time to study. All right. That makes sense.
It made you. I want you to think about this. That code. It made you. It made the tree I'm looking at behind you. It made me.
It made the alphabet.
It made my mustache. It made the internet. Do you get what I'm saying?
There you go. Yeah, it's pretty spooky. It's interesting stuff, especially when you take into frequencies and like, if you were to make those numbers, frequencies, how they affect our cells, the cymatics of the body.
Right.
It's interesting stuff.
Yeah, like, then we get the senses. Then we get your senses. What did they used to call those senses in the beginning? Today we call those senses nerve points.
Instincts.
But we call your instincts, they're received by nerves, and the nerves send a signal, right?
Yeah.
You get your chakras. You got your chakra points, your chakras?
The meridians.
Your meridians of your body, or your central nervous system.
I got this book, right? This Hatha yoga book, and I've been annotating and comparing it to the meridians and the nervous system. And this funny thing happened. I was comparing. They talk about in the book energy going from the stomach to the brain and through the hypothalamus or some shit. And I said, okay, that's a bunch of gobbledygook. What's the actual science? So then, just looking up, is there a connection between the hypothalamus and the gut? And I found the hypothalamus gut-brain axis. I didn't even know it was there until I looked at this Hatha yoga book, and I was like, they're using the wrong terms.
But now we're going to get somewhere. Not only are they using the wrong terms.
Yeah.
Let's just call it what it is. Those neuroreceptors in your gut.
Yeah.
They're only activated with different probiotics. They're there to receive signals from different life, not us. Right? You don't make the signal. See what I'm saying? Now we're getting so they talk about channeling. I have to channel this chakra. You go, what the heck does that mean? And they go, literally, you fast while being exposed to these probiotics. They create the only signal in your stomach that is sent to your brain, awakening a specific wavelength. You go, literally, it's a specific. You go, these people do it with this, and this, but never at the same time. You do it with this, right? And you're fasting. You're creating a culture of just bacteria. Well, what does that bacteria do? It creates a peptide that creates a chemical, an ion or a molecule that is picked up by a neural receptor in your stomach. And it's those neural receptors only pick up those chemicals from those bacteria. So then you have people like the Wim Hof and all this stuff, like, all you got to do is breathe. And they hypnotize the masses with these lies. Because breathing is it. But there's all kinds of other stuff involved. You have to have the right. You can breathe all you want. You can breathe all you want, but if you don't have the right bacteria, see what I'm saying? They're missing all the pieces. You're missing all the pieces. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, there's so many pieces of the puzzle. Like,
you know what else is interesting?
Go ahead.
What else is interesting is, okay, with the Wim Hof method, you have to raise your body temperature. If you eat spicy food and convert your white fat to brown fat, and you do cold therapy and convert the fat to brown fat, and you also do probiotics, it's a lifestyle that allows for that kind of conditioning, allows for that conditioning to work.
So you study Wim Hof, right? Those, ice baths, hot, cold, those conditionings are to create a micro environment in your gut.
An optimal microbiome, yeah.
Exactly.
And the same way you raise your body temperature is the same way eating spicy food would make a good microbiome for your stomach, because I know spicy food is good for the microbiome in your gut. It kills off bad bacteria.
Yeah, and that's what I'm getting at. Like Wim Hof says, you do this, and this, and then people go out and do it, and they go, okay, I'm going to lie because there's money involved. They go, but why didn't it work? Well, they didn't actually tell me I had to go get this bacteria first. And the reason I was getting that cold is because my gut has to be a certain temperature. It has to get below a certain temperature for that bacteria to flourish. And I need them to flourish so they can create the frequency that the neural receptors in my gut need to send to my brain. They only make them when I'm cold. So I have to get the probiotic, and I got to sit in the cold and wait for their production. And they die off on the heat, so I have to do it relatively quickly. And then there's other ones like, okay, I got to heat my body up, get the bacteria, the whatever, heat my body up so that they don't get too cold and die, spawn a culture, get the signal in the time, like there's a window. Right? These are windows.
Keep stacking eyelashes on eyelashes, huh? It's a tight window you're fitting.
Yeah, this window. And then they call it window of opportunity. Where does that come?
Yeah.
Hold on one second. I'm probably talking too loud.